Hey, it's Friday the 19th. I am not going to a Seder tonight because it's 9 o'clock and I just got off work. Our Seder is tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. And presumably at some point tomorrow morning, Saturday morning my time, Friday evening your time, I might video chat you all unless it's stupid early and I don't really want to get up at that time. We should chat before then. I'll message someone. So today was interesting and has potential to be futurely interesting. So there's a radio station here that does a weekly segment on, it's an expat radio station, it's English only, and it does a weekly segment on like cool things expats are doing. So they had Soul Players in there, they've had a bunch of other groups. I never heard of them. I don't know, I don't have a radio. I don't listen to the radio. I don't have a car. I don't know. If I want music, I go to YouTube. But this is a Friday morning radio show with this segment, and they contacted our Quidditch team looking for expats. So I'm the longest standing expat on the team, and so the captain forwarded the information my way. So this morning, I was on live radio, being interviewed for about half an hour, a little bit less, about living in Korea and about Quidditch and how it's played and how I got into it, etc. So that was really cool. I greatly enjoyed it. There are some photos that I will post. Maybe that's what I'll make my weekend project, because it's a pretty empty weekend. Maybe I'll deal with all the photos on my phone. They took a couple photos of me in the studio, and they will send me a recording at some point, or a link to where the show gets posted or whatever. I don't know. But whenever that happens, of course, I'll send it to you. What else has been happening? Not really a lot. I picked up a couple Israeli couch surfers, so that's nice. I'm bringing them to the Seder. Did my taxes, prepared for tests. Next week is a testing week, and I'm only covering Megan's class on one day instead of on 3 days. So it'll be a pretty easy week for me, which is nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you remember, but when I was student teaching kindergarten in Abington, at the end I led sing-along for them every Friday. So mostly because I was finishing before the end of the school year, and because I wanted to give them a goodbye gift, I went into the recording studio at Temple and I recorded a sing-along CD of all the songs that I played with them and a few others, so that they could still have, rather than just the other CDs they had, they could still sort of have the memory of a live guitar experience. And I burned CDs for all the teachers and for all the kids. And I think I gave one to the principal. I thought I gave one to you, Safta, and to Ima, but now I can't find a copy of it anywhere. I didn't really want to listen to it at the time because I was like, oh, what's the point? But now it would be a nice thing to have a copy of. So I emailed one of the kindergarten teachers who's still there to say, hey, you don't happen to have this, do you? So we'll see if she replies. The principal is also different, but it is someone who was there when I was there. So I might be able to email and explain the situation, see if he could do me a solid and track down a copy. Although now that I think about it, it's probably spring break this week or next, so I might not get any responses for a while. But yeah, it would be a cool thing to have. I remember, so I gave it to them, and then almost the very next day became a substitute teacher in their school district. I had the interview with Abington and was an Abington sub, which led to, so the kindergartners at first, when I gave them the CD, they didn't quite realize what it was. They were like, oh yeah, music, whatever. And it wasn't until they got it home and listened to it that they went, oh, Miss Godell is singing this music. We get it. So that resulted in, when I got back to that school, I was subbing for another class, and a kid took one look at me and my name on the board. I went, Miss Godell, we have your CD. He was like, oh my God, we have a live rock star in our classroom. That was cool. So yeah, it'd be nice to have a copy of that CD. I'll have to look around for it. I can't really think of anything left of substance to talk about, especially since the coming days are so empty, and I think I made a video on Monday. So I'm just gonna sign off because I have to go home and do laundry. Love you all, and if I don't manage to talk to you, have a lovely Passover. Goodbye.